Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, guys.
Don't keep man on either.
Okay, welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, guys. What's good? What's good? It's Thursday. We boiling down to the last days of the year. At least the new year that you guys were programmed into. And I'm not even gonna say you guys because I'm programmed into the new year being January too. But welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast. Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, guys. Of course, you know 7-ish turned into 8-ish, but you know how this go. This is how it's gonna go. Period. So first and foremost, you know we always have to start off the segment, guys, with thanking God. Thanking God above. Thank you so much for protecting our children all week, and thank you so much for continuing.
Hold on, I think I got something. Hold on.
Right, where your clap sounds at? Because I ain't even got mine. Godly.
Hold on.
Lee. Okay, where the clap sounds at? Welcome to Real Life Topics, y'all. Barely made it. Had a busy Thursday. Hey, sometimes it's like that. Guys. You know, just too busy to just be on time. But of course, welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast. Well, once again, guys, of course, we want to thank the man above. God, you are a miracle worker, and God, just continue to strengthen us and keep us clear spiritually, mentally, and physically. It's just been a lot going on for us all, and I just want to thank you for just keeping us sane to just go through every day, God. We're just waking us up every day and just giving us up that mindset to grow and develop. Shout out to you, God, the universe as well. But welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, guys.
You already got a close up.
You guys already know what time it is. It's Real Life Topics Podcast in the building. The up and coming media mavises. And man, it's a Thursday evening. I think we one more Thursday or maybe 2 more Thursdays down for the month. But we're going to be recapping y'all up, and we're going to actually just be recapping and thanking everybody that had the opportunity to land on Real Life Topics Podcast and vice versa. And then to all the supporters. Shout out to you. Can't even do nothing with my clapping hands. But shout out to all.
Man, no, I don't know why they.
Hey, look, I ain't even got a camera. That's how bad I'm out here. But it doesn't matter. What matters is consistency. And you have to stay consistent every Thursday. So that's what we got going on. But we just gonna have to perform, and we just was sliding on by. Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, young Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, young Teasy.
I got it wrong though.
Shout out to Young Teasy, one of the number one supporters of Real Life Topic Podcast since day one. The A1 since day one. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Young Teasy. But yes, Real Life Topics Podcast is Thursday night. So you guys already know you got to see us. Wait a minute, is my sign starting to go down? Lord have mercy. My sign, y'all.
Let me tell you, anything that can happen will happen, and by the grace of God, we even made it here. So I mean, the show must go on.
The show must go on. So open forum, guys. Open forum. Another thing I do want to say before we get started on our open forum segment about what's going on in the news. I'm talking about I want to go from politics to celebrity, whatever. I don't care. But I do want to say this, that the new year is coming. At least the program new year is coming, because I don't know if y'all knew that the real new year is April, which makes more sense. I mean, come on, common sense wise, that's when the flowers bloom. That's when things start growing and get right back. Here come the green grass. It's still the wintertime in January. So how could January 1st be the new year? I'm just saying, if you notice, the spring is new. That means new. Everything grows, leaves come back on the trees. That's the real new year. So that's just a food for thought for all you guys that might be asleep on the truth of the matter. Although we do respect the truth of the matter that you were programmed into when you were born and raised. The new year was January, but just FYI, just in case you guys didn't know, the real New Year's is April. Nevertheless, hey, thanks y'all for having me for show, ladies. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Young Teasy, definitely. Shout out to I then lost my memory. To the CEO, Young Teasy, for real.
Is it money?
Quality music management. Shout out to quality music management for sure. Okay. Y'all out there doing your thing. You out there doing your thing. I want to be like you when I grow up. If you need that feature vocalist, hit up Real Life Topics Podcast. Okay.
We're gonna have to give y'all one karaoke segment before the end of the year. I don't know about tonight, but we're gonna give y'all one before it ends.
Yeah, a New Year's special, maybe even a Christmas special, because we also gonna have a Christmas special, guys. It might not be on Christmas Day, but we having a Christmas special.
I do not celebrate Christmas. Stop lying to them folks.
I'm talking about I didn't say that's what you celebrate. I said during Christmas we will have us a great segment, a cooking segment or something like that. I don't got nothing to do with what you don't celebrate.
You said a Christmas special.
Since they are familiar with Christmas.
You said a Christmas special.
I'm giving them a time frame when Real Life Topics will
before the end of December, the end of December, the end of the year, or
yes, the end of the program year, because I'm gonna start, correcting.
He said quality music management in capital letters, no, all cap. I
did say quality music management, didn't I?
He just was making sure.
Oh, okay. Quality music management, of course I did, of course. But yeah, shout out to Young Teasy again, CEO of Quality Music Management. If you want to check out the interview, the exclusive interview that we had with Young Teasy and Trilly the rapper, I believe that's her name. YouTube, go straight to YouTube and follow, like, and share on YouTube. Subscribe, guys. Subscribe to YouTube.
We need all our followers to follow us on every platform that they have to offer. So if it's a platform out there, go follow us on
it. Period. So back to the truth of the matter of everything that's going on with us and going on with us all. The year is coming to an end. We got about another Thursday or two left. And it's all about growth and development. I think this is the most challenging year that we actually kind of been having thus far, especially with the whole politician thing and everything like that. I mean,
this ain't the first. First of all, we just been through COVID, so wasn't nothing more trying than us having to be. And remember, they took our money in COVID too. Remember, they shut down the government then too. So what they say: "What don't kill us make us stronger, honey." And us as a people have always persevered through it all. You know what I mean? So it get greater later. We don't dwell on the negativity. We dwell on what is to come in the future. But since we're talking about endings, we were supposed to have a guest on here talking about the acceptance of, I guess, life and death and being able to, accept things. What's going to look that life and death.
Life after death.
Life after. Well, life and death. Just in the acceptance of both. Having acceptance of
life after death.
With your beginning, your end starts as well. Because the moment you come into this earth, you're dying slowly. I mean, let's just really be honest. I mean, you only have so much time left on this earth, and I guess some people have a hard time dealing with grief. And I guess everybody deals with things differently. I guess it just depends on your internal being and how you handle your emotions. One thing may affect you differently than it affects others. The one thing that I can't say that has helped me to deal with death is just really having a better grasp and understanding of life itself. Because we come here, we live here, and we are programmed to be, a certain kind of way. There's some tools that we need in life to kind of help us cope when things are not going as well as we think they should. So if you're a little bit more educated or have a little bit more wisdom or have some knowing of life itself, like your reason for being, life and death. I mean, you have to take the good with the bad, so I think if we have a more understanding of life itself, it basically gives you a better understanding of how to kind of cope with death, because it's not an easy thing, especially when it's somebody that you are very near and dear with. And a lot of us lose people abruptly, and I think that's the thing that kind of hurt people the most, because when when you know what's coming, maybe you have a little bit more time with the person to maybe unravel some things, or maybe have a better um, time accepting death. I mean, because like I said, either way, but when it's abrupt, it kind of stings a little bit more because you didn't get any closure in the situation. I mean, you just missed your loved one. So, like I said, for me and my understanding is if you come to a better understanding of life, you kind of be able to accept death better. Like it may not hurt any less, but you maybe won't grieve as long. Or you're better to just be able to accept those things. So.
Yes, because everybody agrees differently as
Mm-hmm.
well. Some people, take death like to the extreme, like it really hurts. It's very hard to get back up and running, to just like life after death, like to get back to normal with just usually being around this loved one, talking to this loved one on a regular basis. I had a cousin that passed away about 4 years ago, and he was one of my favorite cousins. And he would inbox me every single morning around 5 or 6 o'clock with motivational words. And I was just used to getting that inbox from him every morning at 5 or 6 o'clock, and then boom, he was gone. And then I had to program myself into getting used to like not getting that 5 or 6 o'clock alert. Sometimes I could be sleeping, my phone or shake and vibrate, and I'm like, I
Hey,
know that.
Warte.
Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, Walte. Yeah, so I mean, life after death is very, very hard for some people to, maneuver through. And then you have some people that, just accept it better, like, hey, this is a part of life, because that's how I had to, cope with my cousin, because that's like a recent, when I actually, the people that were close to me, I was a little younger, so I really just didn't understand it. But it hits different when you become an adult and you really realize, like, oh man, life is too short. This is how it's going. So yeah.
I
But
know I lost my father about because my son he'll be 9, so it's been about at least 9 years, and it was kind of abruptly for me because my father was sick, and knew that I never knew he was sick. So when he died, of course it affected me because that's my father. But I don't know, like I'm not a very emotional person. I guess by me being an Aquarius, I'm more logical thinking. So it got to kind of make sense to me. So like I said, me having a better understanding of just life itself and understanding that you got to take the good with the bad. It's babies that's born into this world only to die. It's kind of like the creation of the balance of things. And my son was born like 6 months after he died. So I mean, that was the like blessing within that. Like my father died in order for my son to be able to come into the world. I mean, I probably grieved a moment, and like I said, when his year anniversary came, and I realized he wasn't here like for Father's Day, it hit me. I mean, for the most part, I don't know. It is what it is. I think I'm just like that in general, not just with death, but just things in life. I'm more accepting of the things that I can't change. The prayer of serenity. Understand
mhm.
can and can't change and know the difference in between the two. That's why I said if you have a better understanding of things, it's kind of it helps you to normalize or just grasp it better to be able to cope.
Right. Or even and get prepared for like life insurance. That's important. A lot of people don't have life insurance and don't get prepared for that because they don't put that in their category as, hey, this is a part of life. This can happen tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. So yeah, insurance, people, don't even be having money to bury because we don't put that in a part of our lives in our everyday and our monthly schedules. Like when we sign up for things and have all these type of bills, one of those bills should be life insurance.
Baby, well, excuse me, I almost cursed. People are having a hard enough time living from day to day. So like life insurance is like, baby, when I'm gone, I'm gone. I mean, especially
Mhm.
us. You know what I'm saying? Because other races of people, are more prepared. But I think just because of the lifestyle that we lived of, like, trauma, like it's so many other things that we have to think about. I think um, the least of the concerns is insurance, and you don't really think people think, oh, when you get older, but no, you can have a child that dies.
What's the real life topics, Kenny Dowdale?
You can have a child that dies, and people don't think to say, okay, well, like people think life insurance is for old people.
Mhm,
You know what I
mhm.
mean?
Yeah, and
Versus,
life insurance is actually for your loved ones when you're gone. something that they can have to prepare themselves, once you're
Well, no,
gone.
actually, it's for you because you have to bury them as well. You have to
Yeah.
bury the loved one. I mean, but a lot of people, even when they do get the life insurance, you ain't used to having nothing. So that little money that you get, it ain't like you invested it into anything. Because
Yeah, because
just like with life insurance, you supposed to get some IRA funds and some trust and put that money into it so it can build up for the next generation. As soon as we get the money, baby, we balling out of control. There's some people who kill their people just for the insurance money. So that's another thing that stop black people from getting insurance too, because they look at like it's a commodity and people don't have nothing. They've been to kill you just so they can take your money type of stuff. So I have accidents.
okay, Kenny killing the cut said he has accidental policy. Right.
Yeah, if
Right.
it's an accidental death, but what if it's not accidental? We need to do more of whole life and whole term insurances because those are things that you can actually borrow off of while you're still alive to pay for things, to invest into things. We don't really have financial awareness, which is another thing that we're going to be talking about coming into the new year. We're actually going to have somebody to come on
We
and let
having
us
a
know the
guest. Yeah.
importance of financial stability and just having some kind of awareness or education about finances. Because I think that's probably one of our biggest our biggest flaws is
Financial literacy.
we spend so much money on things that depreciate in value as soon as we buy it. As soon as it's clothes, this depreciates as soon as you buy it. A rent, you need to have something that you need collateral. You need something that not collateral. You need assets.
Mm-hmm.
You need
Mm-hmm.
something that you can put to the side, so just in case something do happen, that you have to invest into your family. We don't really think about the generation that comes after us. It's all about the here and now. It's not about when we're trying to bring generational wealth into the community, because that actually was a thing for us back in like the Black Wall Street days, when we had billionaires, bountiful billionaires of black people. It's like we've taken our man and cell phones, cars. If it's something that's gonna keep us up with the Joneses, or like we just been programmed into buying materialistic things, But you have to create assets. You have to create value, So, I mean, that's a part, like I said, the death process too, because you die and you leave all this debt behind to your kids and stuff, and it's like before they can even get a start in life, they already gotta deal with the burdens. You gave them a burden instead of giving them something to move forward with. So
Yeah, that's true. Kenny killing the cuss said he will come on this up to tell us guys about financial literacy. Yes, yes. We definitely gonna have a guest on
yeah,
next month about financial literacy and a lot of informative stuff for the month of January for
maybe we can
sure.
just
A
make it
lot.
a week, even though we only go live on Thursdays. Maybe we can come on all week and just kind of post and just make things, and get input from our audiences too. Post on our page about people and things you may know about financial literacy, whether it be life insurance, house insurance. Because a lot of people don't even have renters insurance. Your house could burn up right now today, and you could be set back straight, but you don't have insurance on the stuff that you did buy. You bought all this stuff in your house that actually can help you out if you do get into a fire, flood. Even for us, we have houses. We should have flood insurance. We should have these things to keep us covered, just in case things do happen. I don't think we as a people really think about the future. We're always it's so much trauma in the here and now. You just kind of stay stuck on that, but you definitely need to. It's going to be a week. We're going to do a week. We'll figure it out. We always try to keep y'all updated on the things that we do. We definitely going to put something together, because it's time to sow seeds into each other,
Yeah.
Whatever you have, put it out there. If you feel like it's something that can help or someone that can help, let us know. There's people out here who need to buy houses, credit union accounts to help build your credit. There are so many avenues that we can actually get into to help create financial wealth. I'm one of multiple streams of revenue, and then residual money, something that can make you money without you even having to touch it, type of deal, So,
Welcome to Real Life Topics, Mr. Lash.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, especially because a lot of people try to get insurance once they're sick, and that's when you depreciate in value, and people ain't trying to pay you when you all beat up and decrepit. So it's best that you do get your insurance when you're young, because, like I said, if you get full term or whole life insurance, you can actually borrow on that to help buy a house or start a business. like I said, get a relationship instead of a bank. Put your money in a credit union, you know, so that way you can build your credit and get a loan if you want to do something that's going to help invest into the generation that come after you. It's too many of us leaving debt behind for these babies and not leaving them a future, a stable foundation. My grandfather was a millionaire when he died here, all because the people in the family did not sign the paperwork or do what they were supposed to. The state got every single last dime. My grandfather died in a nursing home, but she shouldn't have done that. And like I said, we could have been set right now straight, but because family didn't take care of it, we didn't have like the one thing that I like is the one family that's on social media and they have family meetings, and every time they have a meeting, they find one family member to sew into. So you know, so that is and then, you know, after that person get on, then now we sew into the next person, and so on and so forth. You know, we better together as far as groups. So there's a deeper problem, sister. We have to go deeper. Most definitely. Yes. I mean, if we go deeper, baby, we'll be here for hours and on hours because there are so many it's so many levels, so many what they say like layers to unfold as far as the things that we need to do as a people. We have to talk about it. We have to start somewhere. You know? And for those of us who do have a man, maybe this is a place that maybe, you know, like I said, we're kind of here to just try to help people think and make ourselves think as well. So we can bring up something, and like I said, maybe a person like you can get on here and tell us a little bit more and lead us in the right direction. As each one teach one.
Miss Teasy say all the bills we pay have the check on the bill. We just not educated, but I just told you all. And Mr. Lash said we have to start with the trust. Yes.
Yes, the little tablet. Okay, but you know that got to do with the straw man and not being having a social security number and not being a U.S. citizen and becoming, you know, I mean that's a whole other story for a whole other time. And a lot of people probably really don't even believe in that stuff, but it's true. We as people, the ones who are originals of this land, Aboriginal, we don't have to. We're not supposed to be paying no bills at all. When your bill come, it's a little tab on the end that you're supposed to turn in, and your bill will be paid. But we don't know that. We actually we have, like, you know, your social security number is tied to a bank account.
Mm-hmm. There is a powerful core issue that will be a solution. That is true.
Yeah, and you do need to start with a trust. You know, but these are the means that we need to be having. And don't get me wrong, like I am all for people doing whatever makes them happy. But if we are not, and this is me going back into like industry and to things that we saw into as a people that are not good at hosting for our children or ourselves, I listen to, like right now, I'm gearing more towards more affirmational music versus things that are negative, because I noticed that, like, even with my kids, you know, if you, okay, so like when you go to school, right, when you learn something, you learn it through being repetitive. You get something deep into your thought process by talking about it over, reading and writing it. So it's the same thing with affirmations about wealth, peace, prosperity, doing more high vibrational things. There are so many aspects of life that we have skipped out on. That's why it's like we kind of have a slave mentality. You know what I mean? We don't really have a forward moving motion in order to grow. We don't have a growth mentality. We don't have a growth mindset. We're very stagnant in the things that we're doing, because it's like if we're just simply surviving. We're not thriving in life like we should.
And then the growth mentalities that you might do have is selfish. It's for self. It's not for the betterment of your surroundings.
That's what a subscription is, baby. You pay for insurance. You got to pay to subscribe. $2 won't hurt you to support your people, especially with the message
I believe it's 99 cents.
Once you help us, we can help others.
Caller. It's 99 cent big baller shot caller.
We ready for the round
let's
table.
Put the round table together. Yes, Mr. Lash.
We need to have the meeting of the minds.
Yes,
frequency.
Of course, that's Real Life Topics Podcast logo, the meeting of the mind. So we definitely need to get at the round table on a frequency on the
because
frequent.
We indulge in a lot of low vibrational activity, from what we eat to the things that we speak to what we listen to what we see. You know, your words matter. That's why they say it's power in the tongue. So once we start to uplift each other and start doing more high vibrational things and invest into ourselves, and we'll come up as a people. It don't have to necessarily be a individualistic thing, but that's kind of how we've been taught to be, like the crab mentality or the dog eat dog, you know? So
all the crabs in the bucket. Kamisha, like you said, a whole life term is you get old life. You can become your own bank.
Yes, you can.
Yep.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's just a lot of things that we're not really aware of. We get it though. It's type of, but we understood exactly what you were saying. It's a lot of things that we are not aware of as a people, and it's like we blame. Like I said, I don't know. My understanding of people is just different. I kind of look at things differently because I do understand from way back when how we didn't have the start that other people had. You know what I mean? There's a lot of us that are way behind than what we should be. But instead of us judging each other, let's take what we do have that is positive and put it in the world for people to be able to benefit from it without it having to be some monetary gain from it. Because the gain is us as a people being able to come together and grow that much more.
Yes, Mr. Lash said he is a vegan. I get downloads.
Yes.
Connected.
People don't know nothing about them downloads. If you start to engage in more high vibrational and high frequency behavior, it's like you tuning out the world and tapping into God frequency. I call it a flow state. Once you get into the flow state, you start to get downloads about things that you should be doing. It's like I did so much research off of downloads, it was ridiculous. I would just be sitting because, in our everyday life, we're always either have a phone in front of us, a TV, the radio. If you just sit in silence and teach yourself how to be into your own self, you'd be surprised the universe will start talking to you because it's like you're waiting. It's like you're tuning in to the God frequency. So
right, and tuning out all that outside noise. All that outside foolishness.
Yeah, but you have to prepare because your body is the vessel. Your body is the temple. So if I want to create a frequency, that's just like with a radio. You got all that static, but you got to turn the knob. Or how back in the day when you used to have to hold up the antenna until you got the right channels and things to be clear. Mm-hmm. The same thing with your body. You have to cleanse yourself. You have to train your mind, your body, and your soul to get into the God flow, into the God frequency. That's why things like all stuff they tell us to stay away from, yoga, meditation, all stuff that they call witchcraft, that actually helps you to be a better person. That even people be talking about that you shouldn't be, you got the ones, you have the people telling you that you shouldn't be judging you. I mean, but it's right. For a whole time.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. But it's life lessons, it's just a part of the experience of life. It's life is full of lessons and blessings. And one thing is true. If you do fall back down today, you do have another day to get back up and start over again tomorrow. So, I mean,
that's right. That's right. That's right. Yes. Yes. That's right.
Can't take things as a grain of salt, take your life seriously. I know a lot of people be like, you too serious, because I'm a ball of fun, but I'm very much so serious about my life. Every day I'm coming up with a master plan and doing some step toward that and reevaluating myself because I'm not perfect. I may have an irrational thought process here, there, but I have to take account of what I am doing and actually take accountability for myself and actually try to change those things. Nothing happens overnight, but as long as you have a mindset to be able to move forward, then you'll be right. You'll be okay.
That's right. Mr. Lash said, "Talk, my sister." That's right. That's right. Speaking facts, Carmisha the Sunflower. Shout out to Carmisha the Sunflower Soul from Real Life Topics Podcast, guys.
All right, shout out to I was going to say the Godchild.
Carmisha the Sunflower Soul. Stephanie's Godchild. Man, it's been a year, y'all. It's been a year for us, and we're not trying to do nothing but just change the mindset, man, and just trying to grow and develop and work towards just self-preservation, because we need to preservate. So Real Life Topics is all about self-preservation, and we've grown.
I can't say we both have grown a lot within this year.
Yes. Oh, man.
So I thank God for that. I thank God that we are still here to tell the story, because there are so many of us who have perished in the process, okay? But we are still here, so that means God has
either this fight makes you or to break you. It's either gonna make you or it's gonna break you.
Yeah.
And these journeys and these testimonies that we all that have had or are having in our lives, it hopefully is making you instead of breaking you.
Well, let me tell you another thing I want to say. People really don't understand that you attract what you are, and you need to pay attention to the people that you have around you, because sometimes the people that you have around you will help you to self-reflect.
That is true. That is true.
The people that you have around you will help you to self-reflect. And
That
then
is
you will
true.
notice that when you start to grow, a lot of the toxic people that you had around you, they will start to fall away because you'll get a distaste for them, or that's just how the universe will have them fall
The
away.
universe will get them out. You don't even have to fall out with them. The universe will just remove them. Just will remove them, and that's a fact that you are speaking.
Yeah, so
Once
but ask
again,
for it though, because asking you shall receive. Talk to the universe, baby, and we'll talk back. Sincerely, have something in your heart to talk to the universe. Listen. I have a test. I'm going to write me a book about all the things that I have just been blessed with just through having the faith of what they say the mustard seed. Just talking to the universe about the things that everything that I have ever asked the universe for, good or bad, it has given to me, but has also come with a lesson or a blessing. Mm-hmm. So be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you say. Be careful how you treat people. Be careful what you do. Be careful. Be mindful.
Yes, because you can speak things into existence. You have to watch what comes out your mouth, all type of stuff. And I'm talking about from the point of saying, "Ooh, I'm broke," or "Ooh, I ain't got it," or just being negative.
Or I'm about to pass out.
Or I'm even about to pass out. I'm even about to pass out. You have, and it could just be a figure of speech, but you could literally speak some things into existence. The words are so powerful. If you didn't know, you better know that words are so verbal abuse. Because most people be thinking physical abuse is just abuse. No, verbal abuse is just as worse.
Verbal, emotional, mental. There's various forms of abuse, and you can be abusing yourself too.
Form coming out your mouth.
You can be abusing yourself too.
Yeah.
Self-talk is the biggest thing. If you change your mentality and the way you think about yourself, you'd be surprised how many more things change into your life. Speak positive to yourself. Affirm yourself every day. And try to do it when you get up in the morning. Before you open up a phone, before you brush your teeth, wash your face. Talk to God, affirm yourself, and cover yourself so you can move forward throughout your day. Or at some point in your day. Have it work for you. Do what works for you, but do it.
That is true.
Definitely do it.
That is true. You definitely got to speak things into existence. For sure. Speak it into existence.
And we have though, because let me tell you, we have to start somewhere.
Started with a cell phone.
Yes. Just one, because we got two. This one.
Started with a cell phone 1 year ago. 1 year ago, started with a cell phone, and now it's a year later, and we got a whole studio in our own houses, in our own room, and started with a studio. So definitely speaking things into existence, because we got a lot more things going forward for Real Life Topics Podcast. We're going on tour. We planning on being 100,000aires. And
maybe billions. Billions. 100,000, maybe billions. Let me tell you, guys.
Well, we're up and coming. We're up and coming millionaires. But I just feel like you should have a short-term goal and a long-term goal.
Well, that's a
long-term goal is millionaire.
My end goal is billion.
I was just speaking on the short-term goal at the moment, because we even going to make history, because it usually take people years, 2 to 3, 4, 5 years to bump it up. But guess what? Real Life Topics Podcast will only take a couple of years. 1 year we've been doing good. We didn't kick in the door.
And sometimes people be overnight celebrities and rich and all that. Piss up, baby.
Yeah, you can go viral in 2.5 seconds, and be rich tomorrow, But we slowly but for surely, gradually getting up there and just trying to get everybody on a bandwagon with this movement, because the movement is about positivity. And even though we all have flaws and none of us are perfect, and all of us are still waking up every day striving towards being greater, we just want to push that movement. There's so many other podcasts out here, so many other podcasts, and shout out to all the other podcasts doing their thing. But Real Life Topics Podcast is just based off self-preservation for yourself, because of course it starts with yourself. You can't help nobody else. You can't do nothing for nobody else if you don't have your own mind right. Yeah. So we just this is like counseling for us every Thursday when we go live and we come up with these topics, and when we come up with these exclusive interviews, supporting our community, supporting the entrepreneurs, supporting people that are growing development, started from the bottom, now they at the top, like the song. Who's saying that? I don't know. But like the song, started from the bottom, now we here, whatever the name of the song is.
That was Drake. That was Drake, ma'am. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Yes.
Yes. Oh, that was Drake.
Yes.
Excuse me, Drake. I didn't mean to, but it's you just have to crawl before you walk and everything. But and that comes with self-preservation for your life. But we
it's a
have to be
struggle. It's
aware
a
that things
struggle.
have to change. The dynamic has to change for
It's
the
a
sake of
struggle.
our children, for the sake of the people that are behind us that we're going to leave behind when we're not here anymore. And that's what's most important, this new generation. What we doing is reflecting what's going on with our kids. We have to lead by example. We have to lead. And once again, we all are not perfect. We didn't all that made mistakes and still making mistakes because we wake up every day and our life is not perfect. But we have to be aware of correction of the things that we do in our lives. So
yeah, but I also want to put it out there that it's not easy. Life is a struggle at times, and do not beat yourself up when you are having those moments. Just don't dwell in those moments. Let those things come to you, but let them flow through you and move on, because we don't want to hold on to any kind of negativity or hostility that's gonna deter us from what the universe has for us.
yes.
Stay positive, stay optimistic, stay forward moving. Keep your body moving. You know, like they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. That goes with your mind, body, and your soul. You know what I mean? We're getting older, especially, we ain't the spring chickens.
We ain't the young spring chickens no more. Dang, man.
Even though,
Dang,
you know what I'm saying?
I thought I was still the PYT, but I guess I ain't the PYT no
You still
more.
the PYT. It's just keeping up the PYT, because remember, when we came into this world, there were so many things that we didn't have.
I'm not the PYT no more, y'all. I ain't the PYT no more.
Yes, it's definitely a sacrifice.
For success, we must know that it's a sacrifice. It sure is. Keep being authentic and getting better, sisters. Don't stop. We will not stop. We will not stop. We are
we okay with being the difference. I know a lot of people may say, "Man, what they got going," but it don't matter. It does not matter. We're gonna keep smiling and shining the way God has taught us to be, and He has brought us through so many things. And there's a time and a place for everything. Okay. And one day our time will come. And when it does, we're going to be grateful and thankful. And I ask God to help us to remain humble through it all.
Yes. PMT. What that stand for, Mr. Ladd?
Pretty mature thing.
Well, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Because I guess the PYT is out the game now. Dang, I'm over 40. Man, I'm over 40, y'all. I cannot believe
but baby,
it.
black don't crack.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're doing well.
It's cracking a little bit though, because I be seeing it in my neck right here. I say, "Ooh, I'm getting a little old."
Let me tell you, baby, it be more than some people's neck. Okay. I'm just saying, I ain't walking around here with no bunch of caked up makeup on, and I'm fine, honey. Let me tell you, I thank God for it all. I have every limb piece of working, eyes I can see. I wake up. I got a little breathing problem on me, but outside of that, I'm okay.
And I can't lift up stuff no more without being sore in the morning. I say, "Woo, I'm a little sore. I gotta get myself together."
Just keep it up.
Simple stuff, a nice little hefty box. I wake up messed up. I say, "Oh, see, you got to get to the gym." And I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to start going live, too. I got a gym right here on the corner. I even went up there and inquired. It don't cost me nothing. It's no reason why I shouldn't be right there. It's no reason. It's no reason, guys. So please help motivate Real Life Topics Podcast, one of the hosts, Miss Stephanie's God Shout, to get on up there and get them, because just because you feel the city don't mean you're in shape, ma'am.
$1 million and go to the gym, I bet you'd be up there every day.
Oh yeah. Not even $1 million. You can give me a couple of $100. Now I go on up there. If it's anything like a paycheck on a weekly basis, I'll take it. I'll take it. Sure, I'll take it. And it's helping me for the betterment of me as well.
Because my thing is, when you get old and you can be cute and all that, but I don't want to be, old and decrepit and using it on myself and can't walk like here, but not be able to live my life. You can make it to 100 years old, but if you can't do nothing, then what is it? What's the value of that? You know what I mean? No, I want to be still chucking and jazzing, honey.
Yeah, my grandmother told me that. Shout out to her. She made it to 100. May she rest in peace as well. But she was like a good 10 years, in a wheelchair. And she was just like, "Hey, I can really go now. I can't move around." You know what I'm saying? So she was like, and I'm like, "Man, it's grateful to still be alive." And she like, "Well, it's kind of technically not alive because I can't move around."
But like they say, how the saying goes, you don't miss a good thing until it's gone. And not just a relationship, but your parts and segments of your life. So let's not wait until life insurance, the person died, and then we make cooking plates versus being prepared.
Hmm?
Be prepared. It is better to be prepared. Better late than never. But do what you need to do so that when you're not in a predicament to where something comes about and now you just thrust it into a whole new realm of life and you don't even know where to start because you have no control over it.
Wait a minute. Do you got an orange hoodie on?
Yeah.
Why that end up happening sometimes with us putting on the same color? Ain't that something? How coincidental? I just threw this sweatshirt on. I said I don't feel like putting no clothes on today. I just threw the little shirt on. The car went live.
Yeah, no,
But yes, shout
I
out to all the Real Life Topics podcast audience. Where our clapping sounds at? We gotta give y'all some clapping sounds, man. Shout out to y'all, man. This year is coming to an end. I can't believe it. It's so many big adventurous things that just went on this year with Real Life Topics podcast, and I'm grateful. I am so grateful. I look, man. I have nothing negative to say because experience is the best
Well,
teacher.
I do. No, I'm just playing.
Experience is the best teacher. And man, just to learn this whole field of podcasting and
And thank you for all
networking.
the people that we've learned, like we've come across. Because in the beginning, we wanted to have we was having a tough time coming across positive people. But as God has um, helped us out of our journey and grew us, we have grown and gained a lot of good people we have come across now. So we thank God for that, you know.
Yes, peace and blessings. Have a good evening, Mr. Lash. Talk to you later. Thank you so much for supporting Real Life Topics podcast.
Thank you, thank
Straight
you.
up, shout out to Mr. Lash. Shout out to Lash Out Fam. Lash Out Fam will be on Real Life Topics podcast sometime next month for the CEO month. So please be looking forward to the Lash Out Fam. Respect, Mr.
Respect,
Lash.
respect. Love, peace, and prosperity.
Yeah. But man, I mean, so much been going on, and so much is just going on ahead. Just shout out to all the art to the audience, and shout out to everybody. Also, if you need that exclusive interview, those bookings is really adding up, guys. Those bookings is adding up. I'm telling you, in a minute, it'll be a year before you land on Real Life Topics podcast, and you better get it now while the getting is good. That's all I'm saying.
But baby, let
Also,
me tell you.
real also, if you're in any other state other than the city of Chicago, Real Life Topics podcast will be going on tour very soon. Don't know the date, but we're going to be going from state to state. If you want us to come, you want to see us in your state, go ahead and hit us up. We also are welcoming all sponsorships, all collaborations, anybody that want to collab with Real Life Topics podcast. Please hit us up. We are on our way to the top. Radio stations or whoever want this dynamic of life that we're talking about, because that's what we do. We discuss the dynamics of life and we have exclusive interviews. We also have a lot of restaurants that we critique as well. We got to drop that footage. And if you have a restaurant or know of any entrepreneurs that have restaurants, you bet Real Life Topics podcast got you. We'll let you know what's to it for real. But we just want to just dwell on life after death for that moment and just talk about financial literacy. Of course, we're going to have financial literacy speaker on next month as well. And we're just going to get more towards being informative on Real Life Topics podcast as well. It is time to push for greatness. Hey, Mr. Jeff. Hey, y'all. How are you both doing tonight? Hey, Mr. Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. He's life coach, one of the best life coaches. I've been checking him out every week from Riggs Radio. Shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in to Real Life Topics podcast.
Thank you.
But yes, it's so financial literacy, life after death. We have to get it together, guys. We just got to get it together. We just got to strive towards just pushing towards that. So we got, if you want to join the meetings of the minds, we got a couple of more Thursdays left where we just open forum. And if you want to join the meetings of a mass or just have any other topic that you want to talk about that's very informative and about growth and development, please hit up Real Life Topics podcast, guys. This new year is coming up, and yes, no problem. Y'all are dope. Thank you so much, Jeff.
He put the hand up there.
So much, Jeff. You dope too now. You know you got to be on Real Life Topics podcast now. You dope, and we got to get over there to the life coach now. We need some of that coaching. That's what we trying to get. We trying to bump it up and get up there with great informative information about just growing and developing in your life. So shout out to you, Jeff. I admire what you do, and I definitely want to be like you when I grow up as well. Right now, Real Life Topics podcasts are self-preservation coaches because we're trying to self-preservate as well as everyone else join the movement on just preservation. We need to preservate for real. We need
It's
to
okay. We
need
got
to
a
plant this
so.
harvest, and we need to reap into what we sow. For real, it is time to plant these harvests and reap into what we sow. So yeah, but yeah, I guess we won't hold you guys long. We had to come on through. It's a Thursday evening. And if once again, if you want to join the meetings of the minds every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time, come on with them topics, them self-preservation topics, them growth and development topics, and the topics that can help us just generational for our generation that's coming up next. That's another movement that Real Life Topics has. We need more men to step it on up. We got
Man, we need
children.
everybody to
We
step
got
it up.
children. We
There's
need
some
these male
sorry,
role
there's some
models.
sorry sisters out here too. We need everybody to do their part. Everybody needs to do what they're supposed to do. Men and women and these kids too. There's some sorry kids out here too. Everybody needs to listen up, ship up and shape out. Okay, that's how we're gonna do it. It is what it is. Get it together, everybody. Everybody needs to get in the growth mindset. Each one teach one, and all the other cliches of us having to be together to unite. Because united we stand, divided we fall. What they say, if you take the head, the body gonna follow. So let them not take the head. The mind is a
United.
ways.
Yes, united we stand.
Divided we fall.
And divided we fall. Just know that that's the word of the day. That's the word of the day for Real Life Topics. We're gonna end that segment with that one cliche that everybody needs to know. We just gonna end that with that. What was that cliche again, Carmisha?
United we stand, divided we fall. If you take the head, the body will follow. Keep your head intact.
Keep your head intact. Thank you guys for tuning into Real Life Topics Podcast. Make sure you follow, like, share on all platforms. We on all platforms. And if you need that exclusive interview with the up and coming media mavises, you better lock in. Lock in and tune in next Thursday at 7 p.m. You guys have a blessed evening. And just remember, it's all about self-preservation and growth and development. Let's get it. The new year is coming. Have a good evening, guys. It's Real Life Topics Podcast.
It's Real Life Topics. If you ain't tuning in to Real Life Topics, your life ain't real. We love y'all. Have a good night.
Have a good evening. See you next